Just a quick video coming from uh the void, I guess you could say. I always hear people talk about, you know, what it means to be authentic and genuine and sincere and real. I hear so many people describe, you know, themselves as real and authentic and genuine. And I just feel like that topic has so many different layers to it because it's so many different ways you can look at the whole idea of being a um, genuine, sincere person. Because most people see themselves as genuine, authentic, and sincere, but a lot of times they don't see other people as genuine, authentic, and sincere. And again, this is just a quick video because I don't really have much memory left right now anyway, so I really can't make it that long. Anyway, yeah, I always hear people say things like, someone that is genuine and sincere and authentic is the same way, you know, um, around everybody and everywhere. I don't agree with that. Um, I don't agree with the idea of to be real or to be sincere or genuine, you have to be the same person or the same way, no matter who you're around or what environment you're in. Because from my point of view, my perspective is actually depending on the circumstances and the situation. I actually believe that you should change who you are because I feel like life, different scenarios and situations in life, they actually um, may require a different version of you, depending on the situation, depending on the group of people you're dealing with. Like, I'm definitely a completely different person depending on the situation. Like, at work, I'm nothing like I am outside of work, the way that I am. I'm nothing the way that I am at, at work in a professional setting, the way that I am outside of work, because work is work and work requires you to be professional, and outside of work is outside of work. I can kind of, let my hair down, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, at least, and kind of just, not have to worry about, what I say and how I say it, because, maybe something that I say may potentially threaten my job or make someone look at me weird. For example, like if I'm around spiritual people that are into spiritual topics, um, I can talk about, paranormal things. So around those kind of people, I would feel comfortable talking about paranormal topics. Now, when I'm not around, spiritual people that have had those kinds of experiences, I wouldn't just openly talk about, things like astral projection and, um, you know, just that kind of stuff, because people might look at me like, "What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Do you need help? Do you need to be in the psych ward?" Because, you know, that group of people wouldn't get it. So, like, I'm not going to talk about or even act the same way around a group of people that I know haven't experienced those things. So that's another example. Another example is, you got ignorant people out here in the world sometimes. So, for example, around people that are not ignorant, don't have that hood ignorant mentality sometimes. I call it nigga mentality. I'm sorry, it's Facebook. I mean, YouTube it might, you know, flag me for saying that, but Negro mentality, where, you just got ignorant folks out here sometimes. I'm not going to go into that kind of situation and be like, love and light for everybody, love and light. I'm a very loving person. I'm a very kind, empathic person. But in that type of situation, I'm not going to come with some love and light type energy. It's going to be like, fuck you, what's up? You know, why are you disrespecting me like that? What's the problem? Why are you coming at me like that? I'm not going to be coming with some love and light energy because that situation does not require that version of me. That situation requires a more aggressive version of me. So I'm not going to come into a situation where somebody's acting aggressively and trying to harm me and come with some loving light type energy. That version of me does not exist in that situation. So, one more example. If someone is being disrespectful, is being mean to me, is making me feel bad for no reason, I'm not going to be a very nice person in that situation. Basically, like, depending on the person, depending on the situation, you're going to basically experience a completely different version of me depending on how you treat me. Like, the way I look at it like this, I'm a completely different person in different environments depending on the kind of energy that I'm around, how people treat me. I don't believe in this whole, oh, you got to be the same person all the time and that makes you real. Like, no, fuck that. You have to be adaptable because in life, in reality, there's different scenarios, there's different circumstances, there's different situations that I think require a different version of you to move through these um different, circumstances of life. So no, if me basically evaluating the situation, the crowd, the energy, and basically just assessing how I'm being treated by people and responding accordingly, I think that makes me adaptable. I don't think that makes me fake. Because again, you cannot deal with everybody the same way. You cannot basically um be one version of yourself with every type of person because every type of person a lot of times requires a different version of you. Just certain situations you have to bring out another aspect of you. So I don't know. I don't really believe in the idea of being sincere, or being real in the sense of, being the same way all the time because and not only that, but like we're constantly changing, we're constantly growing, we're constantly learning, we're constantly just basically getting new perspectives on life and seeing things new every day. So even our views and opinions and philosophies about life don't even stay the same. So how can you say that, you're the same way in every situation and that makes you real and genuine and authentic? You know, see, people just say these things and they think because lots of other people say these things like that makes it true, but it's just something that people say. You know, um, I go by people's actions and I go by their character and say, well, why did that person act like that in that situation? What made what about that situation brought that side of that person out? You know, I don't look at the fact that they're acting differently than when they're around me. I'm looking at, well, what about that situation brought that side of that person out? You know, I look at the situation for what it is instead of just me judging without understanding about why this person acts differently in the situation. But most people don't do that. They just say, "Oh, well, you're switching up." Like, yeah, because this situation has either brought this side of me out or it requires me to be this version of myself to, move through and deal with this situation. So anyway, that's just my quick opinion. I'm gonna end it here. Later.